Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie Nemé, and today's video we are on another gig. Not really a gig, but something I just really wanted to do as I'm starting off this journey.
I'm super excited. Super excited that you guys are here. I really wanted to bring people together to watch the documentary as opposed to just putting it online. Because it was very I think I'm just gonna start off and talk about
couple spots with the camera with this other chill spot, other chill parts. I enjoyed the process a lot. It was cool, it was fun. But I just say it's a little cringe watching yourself on camera. I'm like, yo, okay, cool. I saw my friend outside and he was doing his drums. She's like, what's happening? And I'm like, something going on outside. I'm sure the movie, and maybe it's like it's a film about him. The whole thing is a little bit crazy. I'm not used to it,
he yapped not in a bad way. He did a lot of good yapping, about his background and his background with music, and like how he's gotten to where he is now. I think he did a lot of yapping about that. And like, I guess if anybody's wondering why this documentary is this short, I had to cut it off at that because that was initially that was the cutoff mark for like the production itself. And then like I shot it last year, and in trying to edit it, I initially had made it longer, but I just felt like the story, the film in general, was tighter right at this level. From just the things that I captured him doing outside of the acting to the things that he was just saying, this felt like the best version of it, without you sitting here and just like watching an interview, so that's why it's this short. But if you want the extended cut to just listen to a lot of what I'm saying, it can be made available.
I like this.
I don't know which one went up first, unfortunately. Okay, I'm gonna come back to you too. Okay, Pedro first, and then I'll go him.
Can you mention like some challenges you had while you guys were filming? Because everything looks great. That's the finished product, but I'm just wondering.
Challenges.
Yeah. Was it all just great?
Honestly, what kind of challenges did I have? It's just that feeling of connection. I think part of what inspires me to want to like make a film or tell a story through film is just that ability to make people feel a certain emotion. And the thing about the emotion is that it's not just one person that's feeling it. Like maybe half the room is feeling something. Like it makes you feel something, which is I guess similar to music in a way. I think the word connection is it for me, and I think that is the less yappy version of my explanation of why connection.
When you're about to say connection, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm about to say my word. my word is content. So when you're like, I'm like, no. Yeah, my word is content. I don't know if that's an emotion also, but it's kind of like the feeling I get when all those things align, And I can't say it's quite like, yes, definitely you said don't use joy or happiness or whatnot, but just when everything comes together well, it feels right, from like the music aspect, the coffee aspect, and just like that community feeling. It said something that actually didn't quite clock in, because we did that interview before the Cafeteca events.
Yes.
Right, and I feel like, probably a lot of the things I was hoping for and I was describing, you saw it at the Cafeteca event, right? So like right after that, like I felt so full after, because everyone came together, like everyone was there. David was there DJing, he's the guy in the shot, Martin was there, like there's a lot of people with Bella, there's a lot of people in this room, like at that event that day, and it just felt authentic, like that's always been a driving force for Cafeteca, and just like a lot of things we do, we apply the same notion of the freak like me also. It's like authenticity is key, and and just to, I'm not gonna yap like you would say, to close it out, I'll say the feeling is content, and also from from I guess the subject of the documentary's perspective, like watching it from over there, like I'm not gonna lie, it's like the whole thing's a little bit cringe for me because I'm like oh cool, but I'm watching it, just seeing everyone in the room, how everyone is reacting, and just showing support and actually genuinely into it. It feels good, so I feel content for sure.
Natural light that was already in the space. And then the other 2 days, honestly, it was just me and my camera. So budget, the cost of my transportation. The cost of my transportation on TTC, maybe on one Uber, and what else? Yeah, like time. Because I think time is currency too, right? So take time. Yeah, that was it. Ooh, audio. My very wonderful, like I said, my knowledge is not where it is now. Like then, I was like, okay, I had this mic that I got in my head that I wanted to make a podcast going so many years ago. And so I was like, okay, I know this mic sounds really, really good. I'm gonna use this mic.
I have a question. Long-term wise, do you see yourself making more documentaries? And then for you, is that you mentioned your coffee craze? What's the name again? I don't drink coffee, but you make me want to drink coffee.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You got a fan?
I'll tell you that I'm like blanking at the moment. I'm trying to remember the question. Do I want to make more films?
Yeah, documentaries. Film.
Yes, I do want to make more documentaries. I do want to make more films in general. I think I've started off with documentary because I just really like. I think it comes back to this thing of connection. I think I can sit down, or I can say anyone, because not everybody is great at screenwriting. But you can sit down and write a really great fictional story. But I personally just really love the relatability of the average person's story, because you can see yourself in them. I would use, for example, this is not a documentary, but Grey's Anatomy. I've watched Grey's Anatomy so many times, and I think different people have different maybe shows or things that they watch to help them process life, process what they're going through. I've watched Grey's Anatomy, I don't know how many times, but I watch it because I love Shonda Rhimes, I love Grey's Anatomy, but just seeing them struggle and be a mess helps me. At time helps me to be like, yeah man, everybody else is struggling, it's okay, So with documentaries, I really love them because again, yes, there's that connection that we can have to just a very everyday person that is not an actor. Yeah, so that's docs. I'm working on another documentary now that hopefully I can finish it, but hopefully will be out next year. Fingers crossed, a much bigger screening. But yeah, and then I eventually love to go into fictional stuff. I think that definitely takes a bit more time and it takes a lot more resources to execute. And as I've honestly been growing in my career and seeing things, I'm just yeah, this thing is work. And it's not just work honestly with money, it's work with knowledge, it's work with connections, knowing people, knowing things, knowing where to go, understanding the society that you're in, the Canadian government, understanding tax laws and how it's just much bigger. So I think that one will probably take me a bit more time to get to. But until I get to that, I intend to continue telling the everyday person's story that people can kind of see themselves in.
So with regards to my actual coffee shop.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie Nemé. So today's video we are at It's OK Studios and I'll be coming here for a documentary screening. Super excited about it. Actually I'm doing this right after it's already ending, but never late than better late than never. Yeah, but I'm so excited. It was such an amazing and inspiring idea coming here because I just felt more inspired about what I'm doing. I still have a long way to go, still have so much to learn, but just seeing Ediri be able to do this, produce, edit, direct herself just inspired me because sometimes I lose my shape because doing all these things alone and seeing the vision I have for myself, I just feel so like, oh my God, like what's the point of all this? So I just needed that push of to keep going. And I'm so excited. I actually reached out to her in her DMs and stuff. Yeah. But that's the end of the vlog today. So thanks guys for watching. Let's hope to see you another time. Bye. Oh my god, I don't know if this angle makes sense. I think this angle really makes sense. But yeah, so it's already the end of the show. So thanks for coming. Bye.